Page 76, two-note flight. At the top of the page, I debated whether I should give a separate lesson on the line at the top of the page, but there isn't really anything there. It's a C pentascale. We've had, pentascale is a 5-note scale, and at C with C position. So what they've done is they've taken up here, this is the top line there, the C pentascale warm-up. As a warm-up. And if you want to do that every day for a while, however long you want to kind of get the fingers warmed up a little bit, that's fine. But you can do more than that. You can go up or down. Start down here. You don't have to start where they're got up here where you talk these apart, and that's fine. You can do that. But you can also come down here and you do it. And then just move both hands up one. Go up again. Go up however far you want to, just to warm up, and then go back down too. My suggestion. However, I do want to talk about this two-note flight thing because they're introducing what's known as a tonic and dominant. Hang on, and hopefully you remember everything so far, because as I said, we're just going to keep adding. In a pentascale, and there's other kinds of scales we'll get to later, but they're talking pentascales, that's what I'm going to stick to. It's 5 notes. Each note is numbered. You can do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all numbered. They show you there in the middle of the page what it is, the numbers. But in addition to the numbers, each note has a name. Some have more than one. And so just so you understand that the first note in a scale, any scale, whatever it is called the tonic. I don't know how you're going to memorize that, but I'll leave that up to you. Just memorize it's tonic. So in a C pentascale, the bottom note, C would be tonic. If I go to an E pentascale, the bottom note would be E, that would be the tonic of that scale. And the 5th note of a scale, and I say 5th, I don't say the top note, I say the 5th note, because there are other scales with more notes in them. So the 5th note of a scale, whatever this is called a dominant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 notes are really important in our harmony and the way we use it, so tonic and dominant are rather important. Get comfortable with them. You'll hear them and read about them and whatnot. So just so you know what they are. And we use them here in two-note flight. Let's look at this, because you got the C in here. In fact, these are the only notes we're using. Tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic. Just be comfortable with it. Now let's look at this, because this is kind of a fun piece. 2 lines long, no repeat sign, just play it through. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time. All quarter notes except for the last 2 measures are whole notes. Okay. You're only playing the tonic and dominant notes of a C pentascale. And the second measure, the left hand over, well, your right hand's here. The left hand simply comes over to play the C. We've done this before. That's fine. Then it comes back down. See, if the next note the left hand had was up here, you'd stay up here. But the next note is down here, so once you played it, you can come back down. So you just make sure that you're comfortable with doing that. Okay, and then the last 2 measures are whole notes, and the last measure had the 8 under it, and they say right hand over, so then you just take the right hand over here. It's okay, don't have to. If you'd rather, you can just reach down and play the left hand, but it's kind of fun crossing over, so okay. And there, leave the left hand where it is, and then after 4 beats, you just, both hands come up. As far as the articulation goes, they give you the slurs. You can lift up between the slurs, like taking a breath in a phrase. See, I lift up, just like taking a breath. That's okay, you can do that. Measure 5. Lift up here before you go there. So it's a little silence. The pedal would cover it up. It doesn't matter. We want to feel these phrases. Dynamics, moderately loud throughout until you get to the end. You gradually go down. Well, let's talk about that. because there's a technique on piano we use to gradually go down sometimes. So it's measure 6 is where you're moderately loud. I suggest you stay moderately loud through the measure. And then in the next measure, come down to moderately soft. And the last measure is soft. Now it's kind of hard to do, but you can think about it. Is since when you play a piano, a note on a piano, it dies away. Once you play it, it gradually gets softer. Now, in some cases, you can use that as your guide to how soft or loud to play the next note. You simply match it, if you can. It's hard to do when they're all over the place. So it's like here, if this is medium soft, listen to that go down and try and match that loudness down here. Here. It's hard to do because this wants to be loud. So you have to think playing it very soft in order to get it soft, because it's really soft. So one note just kind of leads into the other note dynamically. Of course, if you don't understand any of that, don't worry about it. Just play the next to the last measure medium soft and the last measure soft. Close enough. Now they've added pedal. Don't know why. To me, pedal just messes it up. But they've added it. I guess they say it's a flight. If anything in the air or space, they want, okay. I'm not going to show the pedal because you're just holding it down for the whole thing. What's the point? But what you do is you push the pedal down right after you play the first note. So the note goes down and the pedal immediately after. Note, pedal, note. And you hold the pedal down with the note, bring it up with the note at the same time. That's the pedal. Oh, I forgot speed. Well, steadily is not a speed. You always play steadily. Just you pick the speed. Doesn't have to be fast. Just a nice, gentle, in the middle speed someplace. Let's play it together slowly and make sure that we're okay on the notes. The rhythm's not a problem, but the notes. I'm not going to use pedals so you can hear the notes better. I'll give us 4 counts and we'll play it together slowly. 1, 2, ready, go.